I'm 70. I avoid people, here's why. Lessons from the quiet wisdom of growing old. They say loneliness kills, but peace heals. And somewhere between the two, I found myself, not surrounded by crowds, but by the absence of them. Not in the noise, but in the silence that followed once I stopped explaining myself to people who never really listened. I'm 70 years old, and yes, I avoid people. Let me tell you why. 1. Time reveals the truth that youth can't see. When you're young, you chase connection like a moth to flame. You want to be understood, seen, validated. You think the more people around you, the more you matter. But age is a filter. It strips away the unnecessary. At 70, I've seen friends fade when life got too hard. I've seen betrayal wrapped in smiles. I've heard people speak of loyalty, only to run at the first sign of inconvenience. The truth? Very few people stay when the light dims. When your stories are no longer exciting. When your value isn't what you do, but simply who you are. That's when I stopped chasing. 2. The world has grown louder but not wiser. People talk a lot these days. Scroll, argue, click, cancel. But rarely do they listen. Rarely do they sit in stillness and ask, what really matters? I see people obsessed with image. Their phones know them better than their families do. They record their lives instead of living them. They fear missing out, but have no idea what they're missing. Quiet mornings, deep conversations, truth without performance. And when I sit at a park bench and watch the world rush by, I feel no fear that I'm missing something. I feel relief that I'm not a part of that madness. 3. Small talk drains the soul. At 70, I no longer have the energy to fake smiles, to talk about the weather, to entertain gossip, to pretend I care about the price of someone's car or the color of someone's kitchen tiles. You see, when you've buried people you love, when you've held someone's hand as they took their final breath, the small things stop mattering. I want realness. I want conversations that feed the soul, not distract it. I want to talk about God, forgiveness, regrets, and dreams, not celebrity divorces. So yes, I avoid people, because most people don't know how to sit in the deep end without drowning in discomfort. 4. I've learned that silence isn't emptiness, it's presence. In youth, silence is awkward. People fill it with noise. But I've come to understand silence is sacred. It's where the memories rise. It's where the truth echoes. Sometimes I sit alone on my porch, and I hear the wind say things no human ever could. Sometimes I walk without music, and the rhythm of my heartbeat reminds me I'm still alive, not because someone liked my post, but because life still moves through me. People fear silence because it reveals what they've been running from. But I welcome it like an old friend. 5. Not all company is comfort. You learn this the hard way. I've sat at tables full of people and felt invisible. I've laughed with crowds and cried alone. And I've been in complete solitude and felt more connected than ever before. People confuse presence with love. But love isn't proximity. It's energy. It's intention. It's how someone makes you feel seen without demanding to be noticed. So no, I don't surround myself with people just for the sake of it. I choose solitude over shallow company. I choose truth over temporary pleasure. 6. I guard my peace like it's a treasure because it is. Peace didn't come easy. Came after heartbreaks. After realizing I can't change people. After forgiving those who never apologized. After letting go of who I thought I should be, and finally embracing who I am. At 70, I protect my peace like a mother protects her child. And if avoiding people is part of that protection, so be it. I don't argue anymore. I don't try to fix others. I don't explain my choices. If you think I'm distant, let it be. If you think I'm antisocial, that's okay. Because what I've found in solitude is far greater than what I ever found in the approval of others. 7. I've outgrown the performances. When you age, your soul starts to whisper louder than your ego. You realize you don't need to be impressive. You need to be authentic. I don't care if people think I'm wise or important. Care if I'm kind. If I sleep with a clear conscience. If I keep my word. if I'm present with my grandkids. The world is a stage, yes, but I've stepped off it. I've seen behind the curtain, and most of it was illusion anyway. 8. True relationships don't need constant presence. The people I love, I may not see them often, but when we meet, there is depth, there is warmth, there is understanding. That's what matters. I don't need 100 acquaintances. I need a few souls I trust with my silence. I'd rather have 3 people I can call at 2 a.m. than 300 followers who scroll past my pain. 9. Loneliness isn't the absence of people, it's the absence of connection. Some of the loneliest people I've met were never alone. They were just unknown, unheard, unfelt. Me? I know myself now. I sit with my thoughts and don't feel panic. I feel presence. I read old books, write letters I never send, pray with no witnesses, and I feel whole. Avoiding people didn't make me lonely. It made me found. 10. And lastly, I don't avoid people out of hate. I avoid them out of love. Love for my peace. Love for my truth. Love for the little time I have left. At 70, I understand that my days are numbered. Not in fear, but in clarity. I don't waste them explaining myself. I don't spend them pleasing people who wouldn't cry at my funeral. I don't rush through sunsets just to meet deadlines. I walk slower now. I love deeper. I speak softer. And yes, I avoid people. Not because I hate the world, but because I've finally fallen in love with the silence inside it. So if you see an old man sitting alone in a cafe, don't assume he's lonely. He may just be the freest soul in the room. Because once you learn to be alone and happy, you'll never let noise steal your peace again. Hit that subscribe button and join us on a journey through the timeless wisdom of the older generation. Don't miss a single life-changing lesson.